Oh, Georgia doctors decapitate baby during delivery. So they went to give birth to their first child,
Yeah.
and the baby's shoulders got stuck,
Yeah.
and they pulled so hard that they kind of crushed this baby's head, and
Mm-hmm.
then realized they fucked up, and
Mm-hmm.
then went for a cesarean section and pulled out just the body
This woman
and the
gave birth
head
twice.
later. That
She
is
gave birth twice,
disturbing.
and she asked for a cesarean 3 hours in. Like, hey, damn it, could you stop? They were doing that for 3 fucking hours, and then they decided to cut her open, pulled the baby out, then tried to wrap the baby up, and say you should have the baby cremated.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Pretty
Um,
much saying like, kind of like shit happens, and try to make it seem like the baby head wasn't separated from the body. They packed it back together, wrapped the baby up, and was like, yeah, you should, keep this between us and go ahead and get that baby cremated.
This is not
I'm
funny, but it's
I'm
it's
su- I'm surprised they let it go on for 3 hours. Like, they should have been cesarean it. I mean, her canal wasn't going to open up no further.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
it's it's
tragic.
it's not funny, but it's like hilarious that these like doctors,
Mm-hmm.
extra 10 years of education, try this like childish shit of putting these two pieces of a body close
To get
together just so
together.
they look like it's not as broke as it actually is. I mean, that's like some shit you do if you break your mama's vase, man. It ain't something you do with a dead baby.
That part.
Yeah, no.
That part. So,
um
what do you guys think
She's
charges should be?
devastated.
Now I'm talking about the charges. What should be brought? That's far more than malpractice.
yeah.
Definitely a lawsuit.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe they're. Damn. I want to say jail time because I'm just like, that's.
Criminal.
It is because you should know. You should know better than that. Like, I ain't even a doctor, and I know if I'm pulling too hard, I wouldn't even want to pull too hard because it's a baby. You know what I mean?
Right. Let
Yeah,
me
yeah.
throw something else out there. Not that it even matter, but the doctor was a black female.
She didn't
I,
fucked up
I feel the
bad.
same way.
Okay. Like I said, it doesn't even matter, but just to throw that out there for nuance,
Come
the
on, look
doctor
out
was
for it,
a
sister.
black
I
female.
can't. I can't
I
have
can't look
another
out for
spot on
her
my
on that.
record.
Like, you're.
You should lose your license. You should never be able to practice again, and there should be some jail time.
Yeah,
Because
because that woman has to. That woman has to deal with that. Like, she gave birth twice, like you said, and
yeah,
there's going to be a scar on her stomach for that. And then on top of that, she had to see her baby decapitated. Then y'all
yeah,
put him in her arms. You sick fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Wrap-
yeah. I definitely would say she needs to do time, and she shouldn't practice ever again. I'm
yeah,
sorry. This ain't even a color thing, baby
that
girl.
part.
You knew better. You went to school. You
That's
know.
why I didn't say nothing until after we got all the info out. Just threw that in, like, oh yeah, because the lady at the house, she sent me, because I sent her the story, and then she sent me the actual photo of the doctor, and I was like, oh, even though it doesn't matter,
Mm-mm.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. But I wonder, like, of all the people in the delivery room, especially when
A
you
woman.
bring in a team for cesarean section, to have all of these professionals on
Hmm.
board with the bullshit that comes up afterwards, trying to cover up this incident.
Hmm.
How do you get that many educated people to agree, yes, this is the best idea, to convince this young couple to cremate this child before anybody gets to take a look at the
Immediately,
evidence?
immediately. How do you even bring that up during that time? They didn't even have a second to grieve.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes criminal.
Yeah, the cover up.
That's
Yeah,
when it becomes criminal because you should have known. You as a doctor, you felt that neck break.
yeah,
You felt that neck break. You felt something wrong right then and there. You should have owned up to it. Oh my God, boom, boom, boom. You shouldn't even have been pulling that hard. If the baby wasn't coming, that means she didn't open up like that. I ain't no doctor and know that. I never even had a kid and know that.
facts.
Yes, yeah. I just don't. That's crazy.
And the fact that after 3 hours they decided to do a cesarean, they pull the body out, and then they had to go back down and get the head.
I know that I know like labor is long, but you're sitting there going through, from what I know, you're going through the cramps and all that stuff to get dilated for the baby to even come out.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling should have never took no 3 hours. Pulling a baby out for 3 hours, that's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
Especially in a day and age where they will prepare you for a cesarean even if you don't need one anymore. It seems like there are way more cesarean sections than there were when we were younger, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I can only assume that it's because they get to charge X amount of dollars, you know, per cesarean section, because you got to bring in an anesthesiologist, you got to bring in a surgical team, you know. It's like you're padding the bill for multiple births, creating more revenue for a hospital.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
and they got it to where you can opt out of having it natural. Say, hey, I want to have it on this day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So wow.
So
Yeah.
That baby
happens.
should have that baby name should be on that hospital, and those parents should be half owner of that facility, and there should be criminal charges brought on the physicians who did what they did.
Facts.
Man,
Pre and post.
have to close, man. That some bitch got to be haunted or something.
Yeah, something that was. I saw it, man. It was just like, you know, and you read it again, and then you paying attention to the detail, like the cover up, not just they snapped the baby's head off, but the details of them trying to cover it up was like, yeah, man, jail time up under the jail.
The dad looked devastated.
I mean, they're 20. They're babies. They're 20 and 21. First kid.
Wow.
Yeah, these are babies.
Wow.
Disturbing.
Yeah,
disturbing.
We can move on, man. That shit, it just pissed me off again. I'm glad we got Miss Kiki on there to give us a female perspective, saying like, God dang, after 3 hours.
If
like
it was mine, brat.
Sew me up, so I go get my shit.
Yeah, where's she at?
Kiki is outside.